Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode on Laid Back the Atirozinga podcast. And today we'll be talking about relationships. Life is all about relationships, and today we'll be focusing on friendships. So we meet here today. I have Lia. Hello, Lia.
Hey, Ari. How are
Hello.
you?
I'm good, good, good. How's it going?
Pretty well, grand, happy, hot. While you're
Hot?
cold, yeah.
Well, it's cold down here, so I envy you.
Sending some sun to you.
Well, how can you do that?
I don't know.
Do, do,
through my Malawian ways.
do, do,
Just,
do,
just
do, do you have a superpower now that you can actually use?
yeah. Yes. What are you? Yes.
So what's the
Yes, I do.
superpower?
I can't tell you. My ancestors are going to hear. We don't disclose such information to other people. But just know you're going to receive it. Just have the window open.
Okay, don't worry. Off the record, then you can tell me later. Okay.
Sure.
So today we will be talking about friendships, and Leah, like I said, life is all about relationships. When you hear that, what do you think? Or do you think do you believe do you belong to the school of thought that life is all about relationships?
Yes, I do. I feel that as human beings, we are social beings. We like to be associated with other people. We like to feel a sense of belonging, be it romantically, be it in friendships, be it even professionally. We just like to be associated with other human beings. So I think that's how friendships are built. So that need of belonging, that need to feel loved and give love, just tells us that life is about relationships.
But do you think that you can actually do things for people and not still belong to a group?
Sorry, repeat that.
Like this, do you think you said that we human beings that we long to belong to different groups for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So but do you think a human being can actually, since isolation is not good for humans, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
do you think a human being can actually do all those things and help others, be kind to others, help them here and there, be nice to them, and still prefer not to be a part of a group? Do you still think a lot of people can do that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they can still do that. Like I've said, somehow it doesn't have to be like a family structure or a romantic relationships or a friendship. Even professionally, people can be associated. So yeah, people can actually do other things for other people and not belong to, as you call it, a certain group. But maybe the need, sometimes you feel the need is there. Maybe they do feel lonely, but they do not know that they do feel lonely, because everyone does interpret their feelings differently. So even if they want to be alone and like to be alone, I'm sure sometimes the times where they feel like, maybe I would have liked to do something with someone, or maybe I would have liked to work on something with someone.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. So going on now to friendship, when you hear the word friend, when somebody says Leah is my friend, or when you, Leah, when you say someone is your friend, what does that mean to you, the word friend?
A friend is a person that I can trust and they can trust me. A person that's not my family but can turn to be my family. A person who I care about and who cares about me too, I assume. A person that I guess there's some sense of loyalty, especially for me. I think I like to be loyal to my friends. Loyalty means quite a lot to me. So I think friendship basically just holds those different parts: loyalty, trust, love, care, a connection. When you feel a connection to a person that is not your family.
Yeah, fair. Fair. Okay. When you talk about loyalty, so let's say you have a friend and the
Yeah.
person is not loyal to you, would you still regard the person as a friend?
No.
Why?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it should be maybe. No, actually, but no. If a person is not loyal to me, I can't call them my friend. Honestly,
Why?
and that's just me.
I'm curious why.
Because I would feel that I can't trust that person. So if there's not trust and respect in my relationships, then I don't think that relationship can be there.
Okay.
And that's just me. That's just my opinion. So when trust is lost, there's no respect, then other elements really, I don't think other elements can really carry that relationship.
Okay. Fair. Is why, like, I'm thinking about it now, and I still believe the same thing. Like, before I call anybody a friend, I need to be able to trust you. That's, I think everybody's different. And I think differentiate between a friend and an acquaintance, because a friend is somebody you can actually tell things that are actually bothering you. You can actually relax around the person and talk. That's what I feel. So if you have a friend, so let's say, so do you think you are the same way to everybody you call a friend? Or are there friends you actually choose for fun? Some you choose stuff, some you choose for people you can actually open up to, or maybe cry to when you are feeling down. Do you differentiate your friends into different categories?
Absolutely. So there is I have like career friends who I talk to about my career. I mean, we talk to about other things, but these are friends that, you know, I reach out to, or like our connection is really like on a professional level. And then I have friends who I want to have fun with all the time. And then I have friends that I seek emotional support from. And then I have friends that I guess a few actually, and then there's that group where all of these elements build up, where it's like I talk to them about a bit of everything. But yes, I do have friends in different categories. I absolutely agree. So I have a friend that I think our relationship solely is built like on our religious connection. We're both Christians, so I think our connection really builds on that. We share a lot of sermons, music, and whatnot. And I mean, a little bit of other girly stuff. It's a girl. And then I have a friend. We've been friends for years and years, but I think our friendship is more of like an emotional support and more of like a career-wise friendship. So we help each other focus, align our goals. He's an architect, and as you know, I'm an information management person. So I think support from him to see different ways of investment, especially here in Malawi. So he's back in the country. So when I'm thinking about maybe investments or just future goals and whatnot, I'll ask him, because with his industry he meets a lot of people. And I think that's basically what our friendship is. And yourself, do guys do that as well? Do you actually have your friends in different categories?
Like, you know, in every group, there are people who will always be closer to each other. I think it's normal. There are people who will be closer to each other, and sometimes in groups, all of them will come together for fun. That's the definite. Everybody comes together for fun. But when it comes to serious stuff, maybe like investments, some people may end up just telling people they are closer to. They end up telling like more, maybe like one or two people out of the group that they are closer to, and they maybe take the risk together and invest together. That's fine. A lot of people are different. They see things differently. But now that you mentioned friendship, there's something I came to realize recently. I think people underestimate the power of friendship, and I realized that friendship breakup actually hurts some, if not more than romantic breakup.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. I
But but,
I
but but
agree.
but I don't think people talk about that enough.
Yeah,
Everybody's so focused on, oh, this guy and this girl, they just broke up. This partner
yeah,
just broke up. But
yeah,
sometimes when friendships end, it
yeah.
hurts. It hurts a lot.
So much, like so much, like so much. I think, um, that's very true. I think recently I've realized that, friendships are actually one of the most important relationships that we have in our life. I think for me, it's family, then friendships with my relationships.
Yeah.
Because come to think of it, even when this year when I analyze like my relationships, I'm like, you go through a breakup, like someone hurts you, and it'll hurt for a few weeks, a few months. But a friendship breakup, it's like you think about, for instance, me and a friend of mine, well, I can't really call her my friend anymore, we're no longer close. But the months after that, realizing that, okay, I think we're no longer friends, I would see stuff online and want to send them to her, but I couldn't, because I'm like, are we still gonna talk about it? And it really hurts. I spoke to a few people about it, like, should I reach out? They're like, well, if your friendship has been up and down, maybe it's time to let go. So it hurts. And this happened last year, and honestly only got over it, let's say, mid this year. But with a breakup, that one's gonna take a few weeks, a month, you're over it. But friendship breakups are really, really hard, in my opinion, more than romantic relationships. It's tough. It's really tough.
I agree. Especially when we talk about friendships. Sometimes when friendships and people end up saying, "Oh, this person was a fake friend to me." Nah,
Yeah.
I don't think it's always about being a fake friend. Some are. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
you two have grown apart. So that's just it. There's no malice or any harm there. It's just you people, the two of you, grew apart. You think differently now, and the other person thinks differently. It happens. That's life. Everybody will all move on.
Yeah.
Still found out that it's something that's hard for most of us to actually take in. Even though sometimes we don't acknowledge it, we'll be like, it is what it is. Let's just move on. But most of us, but we don't really like to talk about it or dwell on it.
I absolutely agree, and I feel in my situation, having been that, I think long distance as well in friendships cause you to grow apart. So now, especially at a certain age where you're both settled in your careers, in your lives, people start to grow differently. Because you're no longer in the same space. Now you're growing, you're understanding the kind of life that you want, the kind of life that you aim to build. You're leading this life, you're meeting different people, and now you have this friendship from, I don't know, years back. So you're already not in the same space. You're going into different people. You're going to grow apart. Yes, some friendships do last. I've had friends that we live in different countries. We still connect. We still talk a lot. But some friendships won't survive that. And like you said, we don't have those discussions to say, look, growing apart as friends, there's absolutely no harm in that. I mean, there is harm, but there's no, there's no negativity or any kind of malicious, effect to it to be like, oh, she was a fake friend or he was a fake friend. Sometimes it's just life. People grow apart.
Yeah. But so, like I said, it's something a lot of us, we don't really like to actually accept it, that's what it is. It's just all about growth, and we all grow differently. Sometimes you end up thinking, oh, this person must have been a very bad friend to me, or this person was a fake friend to me. Nah, sometimes it's not that. It's just that yes, like I said earlier on, some people are fake. Some people are just there to actually use some people and call them friends. Once they get what they want from the person, and that's it, the friendship dies. That's different.
Do you think you've ever been a fake friend?
I don't think so.
Really? All your life?
I don't think it's the thing. From my own angle, I don't think so. But to another person, maybe.
Yeah.
But I try to be real, and I try, like, it's hard for anybody to come around me and the person will say I don't help them. one way
Okay,
or the
but
other.
okay, so you think you're good friends, a good friend in all your relationship, in
That's
all your
what I
friendships.
that's what I think. But another person might have
Okay, other opinion.
another opinion. So I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
So
Well,
what do you think?
from my perspective, I'm starting to analyze my friendships and sit down and think, like, am I good to this person? Have I ever been bad to them? Yes, there are times where I think I've been a bad friend, honestly, and I could have done better. And I think this is based on I think one friendship that has grown apart has led me to think that you would have,
Done
made
better.
that friendship better. Yeah, because and I'm looking to fight for that friendship, because this person has always been a good friend to me, honestly. So I feel like maybe I should have done better. I didn't do more when this person actually needed me. So now that led me to think, am I a good friend? I'm always a good friend. Am I a bad friend sometimes? I'm not perfect. Sometimes I'll be a bad friend. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes.
No. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But generally speaking, do you like that's what I'm trying to say. When I say like I don't think I'm a bad friend, I always offer help. Like
Yeah.
just like you say, like, but nobody's perfect. Like
Yeah.
if you feel like you don't think you offered help to your friend and you
Yeah.
go back and you're trying as much as possible to walk through it and
I think I didn't offer enough help.
Yeah,
I helped, but I don't think it was enough. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You're trying to make amends to your friend and
Mm.
find out. But this is where the ego is actually a problem. Most of us, instead of actually apologizing, our ego will not let us apologize, because
Yeah.
it's important for you to actually apologize to your friend, because the person's feelings will be hurt. The person might not say anything, but
Yeah.
deep down the person is expecting you to apologize, and then maybe you guys will talk about it, because running around the subject helps no one. You guys really need to talk about it. And the person will now say yes, but even if the person doesn't say anything, but let it be that you were the one that pushed for that conversation to be had and the person refused. But make sure you try.
Yeah, I agree.
You see what I mean? You try to have the conversation and at least apologize to the person and try to make amends so that you guys can, because if someone is actually a good friend to you, I don't think you should lose that friend.
Yeah, I agree. And I think uncomfortable. Okay, serious conversations are uncomfortable in a sense. I don't know how we can make them comfortable, but things like this where you're like, okay, you feel that you weren't a good friend enough to someone and you should reach out and make amends and fight for that friendship. Even thinking about having that conversation, it's just like, oh my goodness, where do I start?
But Leah, we talked about growth earlier on.
Yeah.
But the uncomfortable things are what actually makes us grow, not the comfortable thing.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
So there's no way you're going to make the uncomfortable thing comfortable. I don't think so, because it's not true. Because if it was not comfortable, us would do the same thing. For example, like this thing, I have this great bond and friendship with my dad. So recently, so I called him, told him or something, and I don't think he listened to me. I wasn't happy. And the normal person would have just let it go and just maybe like, nah, that's not me. So I had to call him another day and I told him I just don't like.
Wow.
Like that's the kind of person I just don't like it. He wasn't happy. He was like, are you like? It felt like, why would the child be telling the elder one, I don't like this. I don't. Insult. How I feel, because if I don't tell you how I feel going forward, I will start resenting you, and some of the things, some of the moves I will make in my life, I will not tell you, because I feel like, see what I mean. And I told him I don't want that. It's easy for you to not say anything and start resenting the person. You don't need it. So I told him, but 2 days later he called me. You know how African parents are, they will never tell you sorry.
Yes. My mom recently started.
Yeah,
I'm always shocked when she says it, like, are you okay?
But you know how African parents are like, they
Yeah.
call you and try as much as possible to start having another conversation all together. Yeah. So we started talking about it, but at least I made my point. I just wasn't happy. That's it.
And you,
Yeah, but it's something and I think I've always done this since I was young. But I think a lot of people don't like having that. They feel like you are confronting them. But it's not like, this is what I mean. Like, with friendship comes expectations, whether we want to accept it or not.
or not?
There are certain things, for example, we are friends, and if you hear me say some things about you, Leah, you will not be happy. You wouldn't expect me to say those horrible things about you. No, we're being honest now.
Oh yeah.
Like, think about it. It comes with expectations. So if you hear me saying some horrible things about you, you will never ever be happy with me. So you heard maybe like someone told you about it, and you deep down you are so disappointed and angry, but you don't say anything. And then when you see me, your definitely your behavior, your attitude is going to change towards me, whether you want to accept it or not. It's going to change, and I will notice. Hold on, sorry, and I will notice the change in attitude.
Yeah.
And if we do not have that conversation, do you know that will lead to the demise of that friendship?
Of course, definitely.
Yeah. So you were about to say something.
Yeah. Do you think, like you say, that friendships come with expectations? Do you think as friends we need to discuss our expectations of one another?
Not necessarily. I think it's a given.
Okay.
I think it's a given for anybody. Like, but it's a fake world, so people are used to fake things. I get it. So you don't even know who a real friend is. But with friendship, you expect loyalty, like you said, loyalty, trust.
Yeah.
These are things. These are things you expect from a friend. You expect for you. If you need help, and if you call the person to even if the person doesn't help you with money, the person might help you with time or suggestions.
Yeah.
Something.
Oh yeah.
That's what friends are. This is the gets me really, really riled up about any other thing. You know, friends who, when you have a problem and you tell them your problem and they give you the worst advice ever. That's the worst for me.
Okay. And why would you say that it's the worst advice? Maybe to them, giving you that piece of advice.
No. But
will be a way of helping you. Not helping you. Maybe that's your opinion.
I get. But have you ever watched some people and they actually give the person advice to actually laugh at the person? I've seen that happen so many times.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if I'm not in
now that you say it that way.
Yeah, even if I'm not in that situation, I've watched it happen to others. Somebody's taking their advice and they're telling the person the wrong advice so that the person will do that and they will laugh at the person.
No, that's not a friend then.
No, but have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree. Or some people.
Yeah, but you know, the person actually asking them for their opinion sees them as a friend, isn't it? Exactly. So, but it will get to that point. Until they get to that stage, that's when the person will realize, this person was actually just about my negatives or whatever. So the person not really my friend. Do you see what I mean? But
yeah,
that's the one I hate, because I don't think once anybody comes to me for advice, I try to think clearly and give you the best advice ever, because I know that advice can make or mar you, and make and fuck you up in one way or the other. If there's a way I will tell you the advice and it will fuck up your life, and it might end up having a huge toll on your mental health. And if there's a way I will give you the advice, for example, if I know, for example, you are not good at a course, and I advise you, oh no, Leah, this is the best course for you, and you end up taking that course, and at the end of the day you feel it will affect your career, you can't move on, you can't progress, and I'm there being happy. Now I've made you to fail, and you can't progress in your career, and now I've actually affected your mental health as well. So you see what I mean? That means now I've done things in such a way that it is spread down, and I've contributed to your own misfortune in life, kind of.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I think I've learned to also not look well. I still look at situations sometimes as black and white. So like in
Yeah.
this situation, like you give an example where you've given me advice to take a course and then I fell at that course because I'm not good at it and you knew this. So let's say for example, now we live in a tech world and you advise me go ahead and do something very tech, and honestly tech is hard. So I go ahead and do it knowing that I'm not good at it. But then maybe in from your side you'd be advising me so that you can help progress my career, for example.
Yeah.
So sometimes maybe the person may not want to harm the person at
No,
times.
no,
It could be that
no.
solely giving
No.
advice.
I get what you mean, but I just
Yeah.
use that as an example.
Yeah.
I just that, but I'm trying to explain. Like, for example, friends who advise their friends to date people are so horrible to them. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying in general. Do you see what I mean? It's not just about career, but these people know this is actually bad for you, but they will push you towards that bad thing. I don't know how to explain it, but I've seen it happen.
I get it. Yeah.
And I watch it happen, and in my head I'm asking, can't you see can't you see what's happening here?
Yeah,
because
that you don't want something good for me. Yeah,
you don't exactly. Yeah. And sometimes it stems from maybe envy and jealousy or whatever. Like that's a different story altogether. Then like the point I'm trying to make is all those things are really important for me before I call anybody a friend.
Yeah.
I would say I know a lot of people, but it's hard for me to call anybody a friend. I take my time before I call you a friend, because I need to be sure I can actually trust you. I watch you and see what you can do and what you cannot do. There are certain things you do and I say, okay, do you know what? I can't trust this guy for shit. I can't trust this girl for shit. Because the way you treat other
people,
yeah, but there's a way you treat other people and we think, oh, he's my friend, he don't treat me that way. Nah, there's a way you treat other people, you realize this person will also treat you that way. He's just life.
Absolutely.
So we start thinking, okay, do you know what? Nah, he's my friend. She's my friend. She will never treat me that way. Nah, that's a lie. You need to actually call them out and tell a friend, this way you speak to people and the way you treat others, it's not really cool. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said, when it comes to friendship, a lot of people will never ever say anything to their friend even when they know they are doing something wrong. Maybe they want to be in their good books, or maybe I don't know, but they will never say anything and just.
I think people sometimes avoid conflict, like me, confrontation. Let me just put it that way. Sometimes a simple issue maybe I could come to you and in a positive manner and say, look, I didn't like the way you spoke to me, or I don't like the way you speak to me or other people. And to me, I'm coming to you thinking that this is my friend. I feel like we need to address this. Yeah. But you are not going to take it that way. You'll be like, Lia's just trying to be negative. She's just saying all these bad things about me, or she thinks I'm a horrible person. So I think it's also about avoiding conflict. From my experience, at least.
Okay. I get that, but people always go into defensive mode when they tell them things you don't like because of.
Of course, yeah.
People always go into defensive mode. So I have this.
I am one of them.
We all do. Like, I don't think anybody likes being called out like that. But I believe in, before you call anybody out, I think the easiest way to make it easier for everyone, to make sure that the person cannot deny it, deny that the fact that he or she has done it, is to allow the person to do that thing repeatedly. You see what I mean? If the person does the thing repeatedly, make sure you are taking a mental note of everything. So when the person does it, you can actually tell them here. No matter how much they deny, they cannot forget. See, if you take a mental note and blot it out to the person, 1, 2, 3, 4, you've done it here, you've done it there, you've done it there. The person can't deny it anymore. No matter how much the person tries. Deep down, the person might try to deny, but when the person actually goes back and maybe leads to the demise of the friendship, the person will know deep down you told him or her the truth. And now
That's true.
the onus is down on him or her to actually go back and say, you know what, if I really want this friendship, I need to fight for it, because you actually pointed out, like, you were real to tell the person, counted everything to tell the person, here you did this, there you did that, here, you see what I mean? The person will deny, definitely, the person will deny. But if you have proof, it will be hard for the person to deny for long.
Yeah. What do you think makes a good friendship?
Like I said, a good friendship is all about trust and loyalty. Yeah. If I call you my friend, yeah, and because I really don't open up to people that much. But if I call you my friend and I open up to you, and I go out there and I start, because I know people, I tell things, and then I go out there and start hearing my stories all over the place. Like, I'll never trust you again. You're not my friend anymore, because I feel your friend should be there to protect you. Okay, like, I'm this kind of person. Okay, maybe where I see it is different. If I call you my friend, yeah, no matter where I am, even if you're not there and people are saying rubbish stuff about you, I'll stand up for you and tell them it's a lie.
Yeah.
And tell them it's a lie.
That's a loyal friend, yeah.
And tell them it's a lie. But a lot of people don't do that. Like, and at the point, it made me feel like, okay, am I doing too much now for standing up for someone? I don't think you shouldn't stand up for yourself. Somebody is out there saying rubbish stuff about your friend. You should be able to stand up and say, oh, you know what? This is my friend. I know this person. Yeah, there are certain things your friends, there are things your friend might actually do behind you, but in public, defend your friend, and then go behind your friend and ask at your friend, and then question your friend and tell them never to try that again. You see what I mean? You can do that, but at least stand up for your friend.
Okay, I get that. And
So,
as in,
what do you think?
Well, obviously, trust and loyalty, respect for me, and I think respect reflects in all my relationships. I think respect is a very important element in most of my relationships, because I feel like if someone respects you, then it's easy for love and trust and loyalty to come in that relationship. So I think my 3 important elements in friendship: respect, trust, loyalty.
Okay, respect, trust, and loyalty.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go with I'm going to go with the same thing, because
No, you said trust and loyalty.
yeah, I'll go with respect as well, because you see, respect is something I don't play with. Like I said, I don't care if you're a parent or whatever. You have to respect me, because I'll respect you. So you can't be condescending to me and expect respect. It makes no sense.
So being an African child,
yeah,
do you think it's easy being friends with your parents? I mean, you just spoke about the situation with your dad.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like easy being friends with your parents or elders now than when you were a child? Okay, no, just now being friends with them, like that friendship element in your relationship with elders. What can you say about it?
I think I've always found being friends with my dad easy. The only thing is the way he sees things. Okay, the way their generation sees things and the way our generation is two different things.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change the fact that I cannot actually listen to them.
Yeah, of course.
Honestly, I'm a curious person, so I listen. I listen to anything they have to say. It doesn't mean I have to do everything they say, because they're
so wise anyway.
Yeah, so I just listen. And I remember I've had a lot of conversations with my dad over the years, and sometimes I think if I am wise now, it's because of I listen to him. I'm being honest, because I listen to
I hope he's listening to this podcast. Hello, Mr. Ude. Did I say that right?
but I'm serious. But there are certain things he does that I do not do, and I don't believe in. This is what I mean. It doesn't mean I have to do everything he does. He did, or he's still doing now. But I still believe. I find it easy, to be honest. They can get on your nerves, no doubt.
Yeah.
But But that's the family part. That's the family
Yeah,
part.
that's the fun part. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
that's the family part.
Family is annoying.
Yeah, which is a bit different from friendship because
Mm.
family can annoy you this minute and the next minute you guys are talking again. But sometimes friends will annoy you and you guys will start talking to each other for a month, for a week.
That's true. That's
Which is
true.
different from family, to be fair.
I think now that I'm grown or I'm an adult, being friends with my mom, I'll give an example. My mom is easy, and I feel like with my friendships, I speak to her a lot on them. Like, oh, this has happened, or a friend of mine is going through this. What kind of advice would one give to her or him? So now it's easier. It's fun, because there's that sense of respect. Sometimes she even seeks advice for me, and I'm like, oh, okay. But there are other times when it's like, okay, you're doing the most.
Yeah.
You're really doing the most. You're really doing the most. But
No,
like you say, they're very wise.
Yeah, and
I
the funny thing is when you start talking to parents, you realize that they're actually winging it as well. They're trying to learn from life, so they seek your advice as well.
Yeah,
So
I
nobody's
think when you're
perfect.
younger, when you're younger, you just feel like they know everything. But now it's like, they also like seek advice from you, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. I honestly enjoy the friendships that I have with different members, especially older people, and I'm learning that you need to be friends with different people of different ages. It's something I'm embracing now.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like as a guy,
Mm-hmm.
as you're getting as you're growing,
Mm-hmm.
it's important. Okay, even for the ladies, both parties, like it's important for you to be friends with your peers and be friends with older people.
Yeah.
With your peers, you guys tend to have a lot of fun together. But the older one is there to guide you. So some are horrible people. They will end up guiding you the wrong way. But the older people tend to let you know that, okay, I've done all this. There's no life there, but enjoy it. This is your time to enjoy it. You see what I mean? They actually let you know there's nothing there, but because you are young, you'll be like, okay, what the hell is this person talking about? I need to experience it for myself. But for the guys, you tend to hear the older guys telling them enjoy it, and then they'll be the ones telling, instead of having fun with your friends all the time, invest here, invest there. You see what I mean? For example. Then for the ladies, you might see older ladies telling them there's no fun here. Instead of doing this, going out all the time with this person and with this person, find a stable relationship. You see what I mean? Like different ways of looking at it.
Yeah.
But still,
my best friend is like in her 40s. Well, hi, Auntie Mel. So I speak to her about anything. They're uncomfortable, they're comfortable. I just feel like, okay, hey, Auntie, this is going on, or I'm thinking about it, especially I think with my career and dating.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, honey, like, first of all, if you're dating someone and this is happening, this is not serious. This doesn't look good. Men know what they want and whatever. To me, I'll just be open-minded. I'll be like, no, but we've just been on 2 dates. She'll be like, yeah. Even on the first date, a man should know. So I think, like you said, it's very important to have those relationships. They guide you. For me, yes, they guide me a lot. I feel like they help me make a lot of decisions in my life. They make me who I am, because now when in certain situations or thinking about something, I'll think about, oh, Auntie Mel mentioned this to me, this uncle said that to me, my older sisters said this to me. So it's very important to have different friendships of different age groups as well. Even with my grandma, now I speak to her openly about dating, like, oh, what do you think about this? How did you handle your friendships when you're younger? How have your friendships lasted for like 50 years? And being married, how did you handle your friendships? So it's great to actually see life from a different perspective, even when you're not there yet.
Yeah. But things like I said, friendships are important, and I the kind of person I am, I don't care if you're younger than me. I ask a lot of questions. see a young, just ask the person, what do you think about this? I'm just curious to know how the person actually thinks and how the person sees it. Because yes, I'm older, and maybe because I'm seeing it from this angle because I'm older. What if the other person is younger and the person sees it from another angle? You see what I mean? But sometimes people mistake it. I feel like it feels like this guy doesn't know anything. That's why he asking me. But nah, I'm just curious. How does this person think? What do you think about this? You just ask a question. And that's how you
struggle with that.
Why?
I struggle with having friends that are younger. That's something I'm learning. I don't know. I'm just like, what elements are gonna connect us? I mean, apart from like loyalty, whatever, that's fine. Those are going to be there. But like, just like, what are we gonna talk about? But I went to an event and I had a conversation with someone that is like 3 years younger than me. And oh my gosh, she's brilliant. She's like, I want her to be my friend. But
do you know
I'm
the funny thing?
Thinking, like,
do you know the funny?
Can a 21-year-old be my friend?
But but I think you're overthinking it because, for example, if you go to a uni, you're doing a master's. Let's say you start talking to people in your class. Mind you, there are people in your class who are much younger than you and older than you. So how can you tell? Because if you end up being friends with them, you are younger. The person is younger than you, but you guys still vibe. So what's the difference?
Yeah.
If you think about it that way, but it's just that
I'll stop overthinking it.
Yeah, you're just overthinking it because if you notice that you vibe with a lot of people in different ways, but it's because maybe you start thinking, this person is 10 years. You start because once you start asking the person how old are you, you realize that's when you start putting them in different categories. But if you just talk to people normal and just say, okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Just listen to them and hear what they have to say. You realize is when after they've told you something, then you can actually ask and say, how old are you again? And you'll be like, okay. You see what I mean? But sometimes when I do that, people think I'm being condescending to them. No, it's just, I'm curious. You see what I mean? I want to understand why you think the way you think. I'm just curious. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do better in that area.
No, but we all need to do better. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's a perfect friend. And like I said, I hear people say about fake friend this, fake friend that. The thing I always say is, if fake friend this, fake friend that, have you tried to be a very good friend to someone? That's because first, before we complain about others, at least look inward and ask yourself: have you actually made good effort to be a good friend to someone? Help them. Is it about careers? Is it about opportunities? Is it about anything? Have you tried to be a very good friend to someone else and not just complain about, hey, this person is a bad friend to me? This person is. What about you? Do you think you are a good friend to other people?
And honestly, sometimes everyone is always going through their own stuff, mentally, emotionally, financially. In relationships, and those, whatever situation that you're going through sometimes also can affect your friendships. Yeah. So you can distance yourself from your friends when you're going through something. It doesn't mean that, there's something wrong with your friendships. Like you said, other people will talk about it, other people won't. And I'll give an example. I had a very good friend. She went through something and chose to distance herself. And I thought something was wrong with our friendship. And months later, when we connected, she just opened up and said, look, I went through something and I just wanted time alone to heal. Yeah. And I said, fine, I respect that, So in my head, I was just thinking, oh, maybe you've done something. Maybe I did something, or maybe, I don't know, we're growing apart. But really, it was not even about our friendship. It was just about that she was going through a hard time and decided to just distance herself.
I get some air. That's fair. That's fair. So, before we round up, so what are the three qualities again you said a very good friendship should have?
In my opinion, respect, trust, and loyalty. Okay. So 1, respect, 2, trust, and 3, loyalty, and all the mushy stuff.
So what about love? There shouldn't be love.
Of course, love is there, definitely. Okay. And I feel like when you trust someone, when you feel that there's that trust and that loyalty, the love does come,
Naturally.
Naturally, it's going to come. If you trust someone, you feel like you can depend on them, they can depend on you. You're loyal to one another. You're vibing. The love will just be there. Like the love will come.
Okay. Well, on that note, this is where we're gonna round up today, and it's been a lovely time with Lia. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed myself. Learned a little bit about you too.
I didn't say much about myself, to be fair, but it's okay.
Well, you did say certain things about friendships, so
yeah. I think, like I said, I think friendships are really, really important, if not more important than the romantic the mushy stuff we talk. I'm not saying that the romantic stuff are not good, but I think people don't. A lot of people don't mention the fact that when friendships end and you guys have been friends for a long, it actually hurts.
It does.
It does hurt.
It hurts more than a romantic breakup, honestly. It hurts.
Yeah. Well,
it does.
on that note, Lia, thank you for coming on the show, and
thank you,
we'll talk again
Ari.
soon. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, and thank you everyone for subscribing and listening to this podcast.
Thank you for that.
Shout out to the real ones.
All right, we'll talk again soon.
All right, ciao.